Bro, Tony, this one's for you. Real quick though, man, like, I don't know why you decided to get rid of your channel. You had a really great theme, a really great channel, and dude, you were doing stellar, man. I don't even remember how many subscribers you were at, but you were pretty high up there from what I remember, and your views were great, man. You love to run, you love to film it, you love to record it. Okay, you went on these adventures and you just had people follow you on camera. It was beautiful, dude. So I just really loved the theme of your channel, and I hope that someday you get inspired to bring it back. And this is basically a video to encourage you to bring it back, man. So I just wanted to say that real quick before I got into it. So enjoy, man. All right, you guys, welcome back to the channel. So today I'm going to talk to you guys about a video idea that one of my friends wanted me to do, scripted. It is called My Thoughts on Ultra Marathon Running. So we'll go ahead and get into it. So in this video, I'm going to go through just two topics, and then I'm going to be reading a little bit from a book, which will be my reference. And the first point is it's going to depend on your body type. Like, you want to have, for a marathon runner, like a exquisite marathon runner or an elite marathon runner, you want to have a tall, lean body, lean frame, and you want to have a large gait for running just to get ahead of people. You can't really be a good or even really a great marathon runner if you're short, depending on your endurance. I don't know. More or less, shorter people are better for sprinting, you know, for that kind of body type if you're short. So that's one indicator, and I'll go ahead and describe that too from what I'm going to read. And then two is it depends on if this is the sport that you want to do, because there's going to be a specific way of dieting and exercise that you're going to have to follow. So that's what will determine if you're going to be a great, or if you're going to get into marathon running. So getting into the body type, we'll go back to that point. My first one, we're going to be referencing the Encyclopedia of Modern Bodybuilding by Arnold Schwarzenegger, and I will be referencing chapter 2 from Learning Your Body Type. We have three main body types. We have ectomorphs, we have mesomorphs, we have endomorphs. So I'm going to read a little bit out of this chapter, and we'll describe what body type would be best for ultra marathon running. Okay. The ectomorph, categorized by an upper body, long arms and legs, long and narrow feet and hands, and very little fat storage, narrowness in the chest, shoulders, with generally long, thin muscles. The mesomorph, large chest, long torso, solid muscle structure, and great strength. The endomorph, soft musculature, round face, short neck, wide hips, and heavy fat storage. Of course, no one is entirely one type, but rather a combination of all three types. This system of classification recognizes a total of 88 subcategories, which are arrived at by examining the level of dominance of each basic category on a scale of 1 to 7. And so this basically is one popular method of categorizing all these various body types by recognizing three fundamental different physical types, and these are the somatotypes. But they're also taken into subcategories. Although the fundamentals of bodybuilding training apply to all somatotypes, individuals with different body types often respond very differently to training, and what works for one type may not necessarily work for another. Any body type can be developed by proper training and nutrition, but individuals with different body types will find it necessary to initially approach their training with different objectives, even though they may share the same long-term goals. So before I read this next chunk, I just kind of want to talk about it a little bit too. Metabolism and muscle building. This will coincide with your body type category. To be an ultramarathon runner, you're going to have a very high metabolism, because you can't keep a lot of weight on you, you won't be fast enough. You're going to want to have a lean muscle build. Okay. For me, I'm pretty lean. Okay. I'm pretty lean, but my problem is that I'm short. So I would make a better bodybuilder versus a long distance or marathon runner. Or I would make a great sprinter because I got short legs. So that's just an example right there. You don't want to build a whole lot of muscle if you're going to be an ultramarathon runner. You need a good, compact, lean muscle mass. And what you really need is endurance. So it's going to take a lot of cardio. For one, you want to have a good heart and good lungs. So you want to have a good cardiovascular system. And that takes training over time. The body is very adaptable in this way, though. And it can be done. But the recommendation is you definitely don't want to have a lot of muscle on your frame and for your frame and body type. And you want to not have a whole lot of muscle. Okay, so metabolism and muscle building. One of the factors that helps create different body types is metabolism. Some people naturally burn more calories than others. Some bodies seem naturally designed to turn food energy into muscle or fat, while others turn this energy into fuel for exercise. However, as your body changes, so does your metabolism. Muscle burns calories, so a naturally heavy endomorph will find it easier to get lean as he builds more and more muscle mass. Also, the body is very adaptable, and the literally thousands of various metabolic processes that are going on all the time tend to alter in response to the demands you put on them. Turning protein intake into muscle, for example, or increasing your ability to metabolize body fat for energy. If you're extremely lean or extremely heavy, you should take the precaution of having your thyroid function checked by a physician. The thyroid gland plays a major role in regulating metabolism. When it is underactive, hypothyroid, it's very difficult to burn off excess body fat. And when it is overactive, hyperthyroid, putting on any additional body weight becomes almost impossible. However, I'm strongly against using thyroid as a means of increasing your metabolism and cutting up, achieving a state of high definition, when your thyroid levels are within normal limits. This is dangerous to a number of ways, including the risk that you will permanently damage your natural thyroid function. So with all that being said, it ties into how good your thyroid works as well to become an ultramarathon runner. So between having a good high metabolism for your body type and your frame, and then keeping a lean, compact muscle, keeping lean, compact muscles built on your body, not having a whole heavy set amount of muscle mass, you want lean muscle mass, and getting your thyroid checked or having a good healthy thyroid, okay, is going to make you the best ultra marathon runner out there, long distance runner out there. So, and that all ties into what your body type is, and depending if you fall somewhere in between those three categories into one of the subcategories. So, height and frame also play a big factor in that too. So, you got to be tall and lanky to beat all the short runners there. Okay, guys, and then getting into the last point. So, is this a sport that you would want to do? Now, I know that I read a bodybuilding book and I'm talking about ultramarathon running, so obviously that's completely contradicting. So basically, one of the reasons why I use this book, though, was because you basically want to avoid any kind of bodybuilding training that you're going to have in ultramarathon running. It's really just going to depend on how much running you're doing and how much cardio you're doing to build up your lung capacity. You really can't keep any kind of muscle on unless if it's the muscle that you're going to be using for those long, treacherous runs, those long, treacherous, long distance runs, hikes, things like that. So your body's going to need a lot of different kinds of foods. I would say a lot of carbohydrates. Your glycogen storage, in your muscles are going to be burnt out. And if you don't replenish those after a long distance run or while you're running, Tony, I remember seeing you in your videos that you did this, and you would actually have a couple packets of glucose before you would actually go in for a run, and you would burn all that up within like 2 to 5 hours of running. So there's that factor. So you want to have a good carbohydrate basis, I would say, along with your protein and your complex carbs and fiber and things like that. Your exercises will be different. They're not going to be, and the diet obviously is going to be different. They're not going to be anything similar to bodybuilding or within the bodybuilding range. So it's just going to take a lot of training within the sport. So you run and condition yourself to the best of your ability for ultramarathon running. Dude, I saw you run up hills. I saw you run up on hiking trails and stuff, and you just did all of that. I mean, that's crazy and that's awesome. But also you might want to get your cardiovascular system checked too as well to see what your output is, like what is your max output, and then take it to the limit on certain training regimens before you have rest days or before you go in for a race, just to see what your peak limit is and just to see if you're going to get to that next level. And I think that would help you get to your next level. All right, guys, that's it for the video. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I know it was a little bit longer than some of my other videos, but I had a lot to say. So I hope that this describes what my thoughts are on ultramarathon running and what you need to do to be the best ultramarathon runner that you can be. So Tony, bro, I hope this helps you out. And if you haven't yet, guys, like, comment, and subscribe for more content. And I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you for watching. Take care and have a blessed day.